Alright, here we are at 11 Juniper Road. Going to give a kind of a tour, mainly from Mike, so he can see how our garden is growing and what advice he might have for us. Here, of course, is the front area. It's been rather hot and dry, so I've been watering these to keep them going fairly well. This area is kind of generally naked. I don't know quite what we need to do with it. Clearly we need to do something with it. And one thing I've been thinking about is we got these trees here. They're just kind of yucky. There's nothing really advantageous to them. I'm wondering about putting like maybe some green giants there or something like that. See what you think about basically cutting them down and just making it look a little different, a little cleaner. I'll get back to the backyard in a minute. But got our door, and in fact I'm thinking even these bushes here, you've got these bushes that are all different types here. Would it make sense to perhaps move this tree on the left that's kind of scraggly and put like a low hedge along here that might be a little nicer? Give some thought to that. And then we got the front area here. Have some weeding to do, going to get that done this weekend, but you know, it actually, when it was this summer, it blossomed. It was just absolutely gorgeous. So, Mike, what you did previous years really worked out well. Really worked out well. These spots here in the grass are ones where we've had a lot of weeds there, so I killed them, and I'd like to start planting them for the fall. So we've got grass in the springtime. Don't know how to get rid of all that grass that just kind of grows in there. Here's the front part. Kim and I planted some flowers here in the springtime, early summer. They turned out nicely. We have to figure out what to do with the sun pations. We find that they don't work really well in the shade, so we have to figure out what to do with those. But we've got this along here. In fact, I think the sun pations obviously work better in the sun than they do not in the sun. Now we've got this bush back here. I think we planted this a while back, and it just has not thrived. In fact, it looks dead to me. As you can see, a lot of deer have eaten our hostas. Pretty typical, traditional. You know, we're a little bit past our prime on all this, on the hostas. But they do flourish and grow quite nicely when we're in midsummer, especially when we had all that rain. And then we've got this center part around our tree. Don't quite know what to do there. We get these little shoots coming up. They appear to be from the tree. I don't know if we should put just impatiens or some of these other things around it, but would like to get your advice on what to do there. So let's wander around the side to the back. You know, we've never really had good grass over here. I don't know what goes well on this. In fact, this whole wall along here never really had much success with growing anything there. So any ideas you have, curious to know. So here are those trees that you planted for us. Got an interesting, I think these are like bunny holes. We had a couple of rabbits here. Haven't really seen any other animals there. We've got a lot of squirrels and chipmunks, and we've got a whole bunch of chipmunks. Like there's a squirrel running around there. These have done well here on the side. You planted these, I think, last year. They looked really nice. So I don't know if there's something you planned for that, or even what we should do with this. You know, I may actually, this next few weeks, cut down that tree there, unless you think we should keep it. Nick doesn't really use the zip line, although I did get a hammock that he may want to put there, so that would be a good place for that. But this whole back area, I kind of like it to be open. All I really do is spray it with Roundup to kill all the weeds. The trees here are doing okay. Got kind of an open gap in here. That middle, I don't know what's going on there. It doesn't, I mean, it's flourishing, it's just not filling in. In fact, a couple of the trees, there's one up here as well. That's kind of a same gap. But the trees themselves are flourishing and doing well. I think we're probably going to mulch next year. And I think we have some kind of root, erosion going on there. But all in all, they're doing well. I think I may take this thing down after, it's been up like 20 years, so that's probably going to disappear. Here's the center island. Do a walk around that. Again, a little bit of weeding here that needs to be done. Kim wants to move some of these grasses to other places. So I want to talk, I think they're like other parts of the center. So give some thought to where we should be moving those. That was great when we had all the rain. The bird bath never emptied. Always stayed full, which was really nice. And then over here, again, this area with the hostas here earlier in the summer, they were in full bloom. They did really well this year. Really, really well. And the deer have obviously come back, and it's getting to be kind of the end of the season. Oh, and here again, we put sun pations around here. Now these are a little bit dry, but these did okay here around this tree, but they never really flourished. The ones around that tree there and that tree there were in the shade most of the summer, and they just never really blossomed. So I think that it wasn't a lack of water, because we watered them and they had a lot of rain. I think that the sun pations, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think the sun pations just need sun, and they just don't do well in the dark. So we've got this over here. Yeah, kind of what it is. I'll walk it around. Oops, looks like Nick missed a space here. This little thing here. So we put the can't remember what they were. The flowers here, the yellow and orange flowers here. They did actually pretty well this summer. They got a lot of sun, got a good amount of water, and we're gonna have to probably trim these bushes here again. I got a gas-powered hedge trimmer this summer, so let me know if you need to borrow a gas-powered hedge trimmer. It's really powerful. But that is the yard. So we'll do one final look around here. And if you see anything that you need to advise us on, please let us know. Happy to have your insights and your help. Thanks very much. Bye.